Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, July 9th, 2021 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I take responsibility and aligned action for my nurturing needs. And today we have a new moon in Cancer. New moon in Cancer is always very powerful as Cancer is ruled by the moon, so it has really strong lunar emotional energy. So today, part of your nurturing needs is to allow yourself to feel, to fully be present, embodied with yourself, and allow what needs to move through to move through. That is my highest and best advice for you for a new moon in Cancer. I actually super love the Sabian symbol for this new moon in Cancer, 18 degrees, because it is something I kind of harp on when it comes to Cancer energy. It is truly about nurturing yourself. So for 18 degrees Cancer, it is a hen scratching the ground to find nourishment for her progeny. And it basically just talks about being responsible for feeding yourself, taking care of yourself, and children, whether they are your symbolic children, your inner child, or even your energy as a symbolic child. So I really, really appreciate this energy. I have been teaching a class about emotions and how we experience them through the guise of, astrology, through the different signs. And it's interesting because it's just kind of ruling my thoughts. And as I was tuning into Cancer energy, I was like, oh, this makes so much sense. How important it is for us to nurture ourselves, for us to nourish ourselves, whether it's through sleep, food, whatever, touch, whatever your needs are, how important that is to staying in balance. Cancer energy, feeling these feels can throw us off balance. And so this is a reminder, if you are feeling out of balance in any way, are you out of whack? Then what is it that you need? How can you show up for yourself? Where can you nurture yourself? I always say that Cancer energy sets us up for a very healthy inner child if we can show up for ourselves and our nurture needs the way you would show up for an infant. So you are called upon to be a nurturing parent with this Cancer new moon. Now this can also go for the seeds that you're wanting to plant, the intentions. What kind of nurturing is or are your intentions needing with this new moon? So if there is something that you are, visualizing, spending time visualizing it, if something that actually requires action, taking that aligned action in this. How can you nurture this? But start by nourishing and nurturing yourself. So the nice thing with this moon is that it's not a complicated new moon. We've had complicated astro coming at us the last week. This is actually, despite the fact that we're in, dark of the moon energy and that it is Cancer moon, Cancer sun energy, it still is rather uncomplicated. So your work is to let whatever comes through, let it flow, let it come through. But hopefully, unless, it's complicated in your chart, there's not going to be too many jagged astro elbows being thrown at you, feel, right? So that's good. We do have one connection before the new moon hits. We have a connection between the new moon, or not, almost new moon, the moon and Uranus. So like I've been saying, that Uranus energy, it could trigger some things. So again, whatever's being triggered, it's coming up for you for a reason to be healed. So showing up for that will be really helpful. The nice thing is though, the moon moves fairly rapidly. That'll be morning, early afternoon, depending where you're living. And then it'll pass by. And then that's done, and then we're just building into the new moon. The new moon hits its peak at 6:16 p.m. Pacific time. So taking the evening off to really center on yourself, nourish what you need, will be very helpful. Now, on the side, something I want to mention, we do have Mercury finishing up in Gemini. So watch for any spiking stories, any spiking thoughts around any of your feels that you are experiencing. Top of the cards, I actually have quite a few feeling cards, or not feeling, thinking cards, maybe only 2. It seemed like a lot, but this was the top of the cards, the guilt card, and it's not necessarily about guilt, it's like the torturous thoughts. Try not to let the torturous thoughts get to you, and if you have a day where you're like, oh, I need to nurture myself, I need to nurture myself, I need to nurture myself, and it doesn't happen, don't beat up on yourself. Rather, make a plan for when you can show up for yourself in timing that nurtures and nourishes you, right? Because right next to it, I have the postponement card. So it may not be that you're able to completely show up for yourself, and that's okay. It's funny because the next card I have is this inner child. And to me, the inner child's like, even if you can't do it now, even if you can't do it today, do it. Show up for yourself. I don't know why that light turns itself off. It was bright when I started, and now it's just gone. Alexa, turn on main light. And she doesn't listen. Anyway, whatever. Technology never listens to me. I also have the aloneness card. Spend some time, if you can, in your own energy, feeling your own feels. It's so easy to absorb so many things around you and start picking up on others' needs. And this, to me, is about nourishing yourself, not spinning yourself out, nourishing everybody else. There is time for that. There's time where we can show up for others, but let the focus be on you for a little bit, and then see from that filled cup what you can do. I also have the beautiful Wheel of Fortune card, and my feeling is you showing up for yourself in this way will put some beautiful motion in actions, whether it's your intentions and seeds that you're planting or what have you, into beautiful action, spinning that wheel upward in your favor. So that is it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power. And stay curious. Namaste.